bit of a shift. You got a gap out there in left center field. Amendola into the windup. Here comes the right-hander's pitch, and that's over for the strike 3 call. And he strikes out Gambardella, and you got 1 down. So Notre Dame without Greg Zullo today, out with a hamstring injury. He'll have an MRI. It happened last Saturday, and hopefully he'll be able to recover from that. Griffin Garabedian still not in the lineup also for the Green Knights of Notre Dame. Here's the windup and the pitch to Donovan, and that pitch is a ground ball, hit down to the second baseman, fielded cleanly, and on the first, good scoop by Wynn at the bag at first. And there's 2 down as Paulson, playing second base today, makes the play for the Green Knights of Notre Dame. Donovan retired 4-3, and quickly you have 2 down, and here comes the second baseman Cameron Stone for West Haven. Amendola looking in for the side. 2 out, nobody on here in the top of 1. Here comes the pitch, and that's over for the strike. Outfield playing just about straight away. Bruno playing in left. Archiolo, the center fielder today. Stankiewicz in right field defensively for Notre Dame. There's a blazing fastball, swing and a miss by Cameron Stone. Nice crowd making their way in for the broadcast today, actually for the game today. Of course, you're not here, you're watching the broadcast. Here comes the pitch to the plate. That ball's going to be popped up and fouled off first base side and out of play. There is a threat of rain later this afternoon. A little bit of a wind blowing in from right field. Amendola peeks over the glove. Here comes the right-hander's offering, and there's a ground ball hit sharply to the shortstop. Paulson on the backhand side. Nice play, and onto the bag at first to get Stone. And that's a 1-2-3 inning. So we played a half, and your score, it is West Haven nothing, Notre Dame coming to the plate. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more coverage of Notre Dame baseball right here on GoGreenKnights.com.
But you forgot something. All that saturated fat. Why not try Longini sausage instead? Other leading brands contain more than twice the saturated fat than Longini. Made with all natural ingredients, perfectly spiced with just enough salt, Longini sausage is the healthier choice. Made fresh locally in New Haven since 1950. Look for the Longini label in your grocer's fresh meat section.
New Haven Foot Surgeons and Milford Podiatry Associates specialize in medical and surgical care of the foot and ankle. They have a state-licensed surgical center with a physical therapy center available for all patients. Physicians include Notre Dame graduates David and Robert Novicki, along with Martin Pressman, James Krantz, and Jesse Parks. They are affiliated with the 3 major New Haven area hospitals, and they participate with most health insurance carriers. With locations in New Haven, Hamden, Milford, and Ansonia, New Haven Foot Surgeons and Milford Podiatry Associates is your GoGreenKnight.com connection to healthier feet. Visit them online at MilfordPodiatry.com.
Ivy League Landscaping is a family-owned, full-service design and build landscape company which services Southern Connecticut. We offer digital landscape design and installation. Our interlocking concrete paver system will add beauty to your patio and walkway. We share our location with our own Soundview Landscape Supply. Please visit us at 50 Industry Drive in West Haven. Ivy League Landscaping, from custom design to seasonal maintenance and supplies. Visit our website at ivyleaguelandscaping.com.
All right back here at Quigley as we settle into the bottom of inning number 1. I'm actually perched inside our broadcast van. I don't know if that's going to work out here. May have to move it to the outside between innings, or at least get out there and sit next to my man Adamus, who is running the camera for us today, and Danny on the switcher, pushing all the right buttons, which we certainly do appreciate. So going through his warm-ups is Tyler Gambardella out there in the mound for the West Haven Blue Devils. He'll face some pretty tough batters here for the Green Knights of Notre Dame. Leading things off is Drew Archiolo. Drew, the center fielder today. Batting second will be the right fielder. That's Chris Stankiewicz. And hitting third for the Green Knights of Notre Dame, the left fielder, Pasqualino Bruno. Batting fourth will be the first baseman, Brandon Wynn. Using a designated hitter today, the pitcher Amendola will not bat today. So Gambardella on top of the hill. He's a right-hander, experienced pitcher for this West Haven Blue Devil team. Mike Aquilari, of course, the outstanding baseball coach of West Haven. That pitch in for the strike. And Drew quickly behind the count, 0-1. He's a right-handed hitter. Outfield playing him just about straight away. We'll set the defense for you when we get a chance. As Gambardella looks in for the sign. The right-hander's pitch to the plate, curveball, dropped right back up the middle. Athletic play by Gambardella with a hopping onto the bag at first. Acciolo retired, 1-3. So one down, and Stankiewicz stepping up to the plate, the sophomore right fielder for Notre Dame. Talking about some injuries of the Green Knights. You got a young man in Gambardella who is heading to UConn. Great chance to play some baseball there for the Huskies, out with injury. Greg Zullo heading to Stonehill to play some baseball. Out with a bad hamstring tear from what they're saying now as that pitch is low and away. And he could be out 6 to 7 weeks. But he's young, he may heal quickly, and certainly wishing him the best in his senior season, along with Gambardella. I should say Garabedian. That pitch is going to be fouled off as Gambardella with the offering, and Stankiewicz fouls it off first base side now to play. 400 feet to straightaway center field here at Quigley. Temperatures rather comfortable today. Season began last week for both West Haven and Notre Dame. As Gambardella into the windup, the pitch, and that missed high and outside. Blue Devils started their season last Wednesday versus Lyman Hall, an 18-5 win, and then they beat Wilbur Cross 7-2 to jump out to a 2-0 start. Gambardella into the windup and the pitch. Just missed inside with a fastball. Then a loss to many feel might be the top team in the state, Amity, at Whitey Purick Field by the score of 10-5, rebounded with a win over Brantford 5-0. So they come in with a 3-1 mark. Here comes the pitch. And that's high and outside, ball 4 to Stankiewicz, and he draws the walk. First walk issued by Gambardella. For the Green Knights of Notre Dame, they started their season with a fine win over Shelton, 3-1. Then wallop North Haven 6-2 before a tough loss to Cheshire, 3-1 last Saturday. Rebounded with a 13-1 win over East Haven on Monday. They come into the game also at 3 wins and just 1 loss on the season. Toss over the bag at first, and Stankiewicz is back in time. Bruno to the plate, the left fielder today for Notre Dame. Green Knights with experience in key positions, also some very young players playing up and down the lineup for head coach Luke Kessler. You look at the roster for this West Haven team, a lot of familiar names. Certainly have some guys with some experience, although they're playing a lot of juniors. So over the next couple of years, a team to contend with. That pitch is down low. Of course, the Westies won a state championship a couple of years ago. Tommy Lawrence out on the hill doing the job. Notre Dame won one a couple of years ago also. On a suicide squeeze bunt, you might remember. Lead from the bag at first by Stankiewicz. From the stretch, Gambardella. Here comes the pitch, and that rides a tad high for ball. They are using the scoreboard today. We're here in the bottom of 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Dan the man running the scoreboard in the truck for us too, and he's on top of things. Gambardella up on the hill from the stretch, the right-hander. Pitch to the plate, swing and a miss. Might have been foul tipped into the catcher's mitt. Indeed it was. That's Rick Balzano behind the plate, catching the balls and strikes today. For West Haven, Nick Price, the first baseman. Cameron Stone at second. Joe Setti is the shortstop. Mike Brand at third as a throw over to the bag at first, and Stankiewicz got back over there. Jason Wilkerson in left field. Matt Carter in center field. And Gary Donovan, the right fielder today for West Haven. They're all playing just about straight away. Here's the pitch to the plate. Runner goes, and that pitch is going to be popped up and fouled off first base side towards the concession stand, which is not open again today, much to the chagrin of our production crew. They could eat me out of house and home. Quick stop at Dunkin' Donuts on the way over here. So Bruno trying to at least advance Stankiewicz, who takes a large lead from the bag at first. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gambardella into the windup and the pitch. Curveball missed outside. John Basso behind the plate calling the balls and strikes today. Good to see John in action. Does a terrific job behind the plate. Here in the bottom of 1. Count now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The Bruno wiggles the bat, now steadies. Gambardella on the mound. The 3-2 pitch, runner goes. It's a strike 3 call, and there goes the runner, and sliding in is Bruno with a stolen base. Good hustle there by Bruno. They were sending him on the 3-2 pitch, so he got a nice jump. I should say Stankiewicz on the stolen base, and Bruno on the strikeout. There's 2 down. Pretty pitch. Cutting it over the outside part of the plate by Gambardella. Brings up Brandon Wynn. Winnie, a senior, knows a little bit about video production after taking the course during the 2nd semester. Big, strong first baseman. Gambardella with a runner in scoring position for Notre Dame, and the fastball is going to be popped up. Hit a long way down the right field line and out of play. See Lou Payne here, the outstanding East Haven Yellow Jacket head hockey coach. He was hoping to get his team, his Yellow Jackets, moved down to Division II, but I believe the CIAC said, no, you're going to be playing some Division I hockey again. Lead from the back at second by Stankiewicz. Here's the pitch. It's going to be lobbed high in the air towards right field. Carry a little bit. Right fielder is over, however, and Donovan will haul it in, and that will just be a rather long out. That's going to do it in the bottom of inning number 1 for the Green Knights of Notre Dame. No runs, no hits. There was a walk and a runner left on base. We've completed 1 full, and your score, West Haven and Notre Dame West Haven, tied at 0, right here on GoGreenKnights.com.
Many times bad things happen to good people. A car accident, a divorce, a loved one is arrested. Things you just can't prepare for. Zingaro and Cretella specialize in civil litigation, family law, and criminal defense. A leading New Haven and Fairfield County general practice law firm established in 2001, attorneys Gene Zingaro and Don Cretella, ND class of 1986, who thankfully is a much better lawyer than it was a receiver for me, will guide you and help you make an informed and rational decision in a difficult time. Visit them at www.theconnecticutdefenders.com. Zingaro and Cretella is a law firm you can trust.
Network Group, we are committed to offering simple and meaningful solutions to your complex problems. We work hard to achieve the highest levels of quality in our solutions to help your customers meet their challenging business needs. We're committed to delivering technology management solutions that offer security, reliability, availability, and performance. Visit our website, thebusinessnetworkgroup.com, for more information. Considering an orthodontic treatment for you or your children, Dr. Philip Caparuso, a Notre Dame parent of 4, is conveniently located at the end of the Milford Green. Dr. Caparuso is a board-certified orthodontist and a preferred Invisalign provider. A proud GoGreenKnight.com sponsor, you can visit Dr. Caparuso online at drcaportho.com or call 203-87.
All right, welcome right back. The first pitch, top of 2, skied high in the air by Bobby Moretti, the designated hitter today for the West Haven Blue Devils, and it's hauled in by Archiolo in center field. On 1 pitch, there's 1 down. He's actually batting for Rick Balzano, the catcher today. So Moretti with a fly ball out, and there's 1 down. On 1 pitch, brings up Nick Price, the first baseman for West Haven. Price swings from the right side. Outfield just about straight away. Bruno, Archiolo, and Stankiewicz in the outfield. That pitch over the outside corner for the strike. Quickly 0-1 to Price. Brendan Wynn at first base. Second baseman is Paulson. He's already made an outstanding play today. Down there at second. There's a ball fisted, popped up right to the second baseman, Paulson. He puts it away, and there's 2 down on a little pop-up. Brings up Michael Brand, the third baseman. So Brand stepping up with the bases empty and 2 down here in the top of inning number 2. Brian Roan playing shortstop today for the Green Knights of Notre Dame. That ball's fouled straight back. And at third base for the Green Knights is Zachary Corwick, the senior. I don't think he was expected to play every day at third, but with the injury to Zullo, I guess Zullo is going to perhaps play some shortstop too. He played in the first game. He is actually the winning pitcher for Notre Dame versus Shelton. A pitch in for the strike to Brand. Here comes the Amendola pitch, and that's a line drive foul down the first baseline. Amendola on the mound, the right-hander with the count 0-2, 2 outs, bases empty in the top of two. The curveball hit off the end of the bat down to Corwick at third, fields it at the infield grass, throw across the diamond on the money. Brand retired 5-3, and an easy 1-2-3 inning for John Amendola. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back with the bottom of inning number 2 through 1.5. It is scoreless between West Haven and the Green Knights of Notre Dame.
450-400. Let Dr. Caparuso bring out your best smile.
Good morning, Curtis Ryan. Congratulations.
Hi, Curtis Ryan. I just brought my new Honda in for the first free oil change, and they're even washing it. We got such a great deal on that car, and everyone here is so easy to work with. Thank you, Curtis Ryan.
For a limited time, your first month's payment is on us. Up to $500 on select 2012 models. Call Curtis Ryan in Shelton for details.
For the last 10 years, Federico Insetti has served individuals and business clients throughout the Northeast. Originally founded by Mark Federico, class of 72, the current principals are Michael Federico, Notre Dame class of 82, and Lynn Setti, Sacred Heart Academy class of 82. Providing accounting, tax, audit, and consulting services, Federico Insetti is the perfect company for your personal, corporate, estate, and gift tax returns. A proud sponsor of GoGreenKnights.com, call Federico Insetti at 203-248-9966 for all your accounting needs.
Looks good, doesn't it? But you forgot something. All that saturated fat. Why not try Longini sausage instead? Other leading brands contain more than twice the saturated fat than Longini. Made with all natural ingredients, perfectly spiced with just enough salt, Longini sausage is the healthier choice. Made fresh locally in New Haven since 1950. Look for the Longini label in your grocer's fresh meat section.
All right, right back here at Quigley as we move into the bottom of inning number 2. Still awaiting the game's first hit. Notre Dame did get a runner down to second base in the first when Stankiewicz walked and stole second on the strikeout pitch to Bruno. Tyler Gambardella out on the mound. 1 strikeout, 1 walk in his first inning of work, and that ball's going to be hit high near the right fielder. Donovan will float on back, reach up and make the catch, and retired is Zachary Balabon. So Balabon is retired. He's a designated hitter today for the Green Knights. That's going to bring up Brian Roan, the shortstop. Roan, a senior, swinging from the right side. Here comes the pitch to the plate. I missed inside for a ball. Tried to pick up some stats online for these two teams, both Notre Dame and West Haven today. Didn't have much luck with that. So I can't tell you who's batting what. Obviously, both teams playing some pretty good baseball. This ground ball hit down to the second baseman, scooped by Stone, and on the first, and Roan is retired. It's going to give you 2 down quickly here in the second inning, and it's going to bring to the plate Wesley Paulson, a senior second baseman for the Green Knights. So Wesley's already made a couple of nice plays defensively in the field, digging into that right-hander's batter's box. On deck is Zachary Corwick. Notre Dame mentioned some of the young guys in the lineup, but certainly filled with some senior leadership here this season. Here's a ground ball, a curveball, hit down to the shortstop, fielded by Setti. Long, high throw, and he got it there in time. Price didn't make much of a stretch. The umpire was right on it, And Paulson is retired 6-3 on a good strong throw by Joe Setti. We're quickly through 2. We're scoreless. We're hitless. And back with more after this.
New Haven Foot Surgeons and Milford Podiatry Associates specialize in medical and surgical care of the foot and ankle. They have a state-licensed surgical center with a physical therapy center available for all patients. Physicians include Notre Dame graduates David and Robert Novicki, along with Martin Pressman, James Krantz, and Jesse Parks. They are affiliated with the 3 major New Haven area hospitals, and they participate with most health insurance carriers. With locations in New Haven, Hamden, Milford, and Ansonia, New Haven Foot Surgeons and Milford Podiatry Associates is your GoGreenKnight.com connection to healthier feet. Visit them online at milfordpodiatry.com.
Ivy League Landscaping is a family-owned, full-service design and build landscape company which services Southern Connecticut. We offer digital landscape design and installation. Our interlocking concrete paver system will add beauty to your patio and walkway. We share our location with our own Soundview Landscape Supply. Please visit us at 50 Industry Drive in West Haven. Ivy League Landscaping, from custom design to seasonal maintenance and supplies. Visit our website at ivyleaguelandscaping.com.
Many times bad things happen to good people. A car accident, a divorce, a loved one is arrested. Things you just can't prepare for. Zingaro and Cretella specialize in civil litigation, family law, and criminal defense. A leading New Haven and Fairfield County general practice law firm established in 2001. Attorneys Gene...
All right, welcome right back here to Quigley. Leading things off is Matt Carter. Carter playing center field today for West Haven. Amendola on the mound. Has settled down the first 6 he has faced, and he's throwing some strikes right there to count quickly 0-2 to Carter. Wilkerson on deck, then Setti. That's 7, 8, and 9 on the batting order for West Haven in the top of inning number 3. Amendola into the windup and the pitch. Ball's going to be hit high in the air. Foul territory, first base side win over towards the dugout. Is there room? And he's over there to make the catch. Nice concentration by Brandon Wynn to find the baseball. And Carter is retired on the foul. So that brings one down, and it brings up Jason Wilkerson, the left fielder for West Haven. A few guys that played some baseball for both West Haven and for the Green Knights of Notre Dame, playing some college ball, obviously. A few guys heading out to play at Southern Connecticut State University, and actually going to be broadcasting a Southern Connecticut baseball game next Tuesday. Looking forward to that. So you can catch up on some of the former Notre Dame players. Of course, Connor Canary still playing at Wake Forest as a junior already. Amendola into the windup, the pitch to Wilkinson, and that is a strike call over the outside corner. Count quickly goes 0-2 to Jason. Left fielder today for the Blue Devils. Outfield straight away for Notre Dame. Here comes the pitch to the plate, down low and away. Behind the plate today for Notre Dame is McCain, Brian McCain, a senior catcher. Amendola's pitch missed outside. Count goes level 2-2. Kessler doing the shuffling of the lineup due to injury, as we have mentioned. Here's a pitch going to be sprayed foul down the first baseline by Wilkinson as he went after a high offering. The count remained level at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Little bit of a light breeze, rather refreshing here at Quigley Stadium in West Haven. Not too far from Long Island Sound, right down the road from the home of the Green Knights of Notre Dame. That ball golfs high up near the center field. The Archeola will circle underneath it and make the catch in right center. So Wilkinson floats one out to right center field. He's retired. And you have 2 down. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Joe Setti, the shortstop for the Blue Devils. Top of the order, and Tyler Gambardella waiting on deck. West Haven still looking for their first base runner here in the top of inning number 3. Wynn playing behind the bag at first. Colwick playing on the grass at third. Ground ball hit down to second base. Paulson will zing it on the first base, and Setti is retired. 4-3. Another 1-2-3 inning for John Amendola. We're through 2.5. It remains scoreless between the Green Knights of Notre Dame and the West Haven Blue Devils. We'll be back with more right here on GoGreenKnights.com.
Zingaro and Don Cretella, ND class of 1986, who thankfully is a much better lawyer than it was a receiver for me, will guide you and help you make an informed and rational decision in a difficult time. Visit them at www.theconnecticutdefenders.com. Zingaro and Cretella is a law firm you can trust.
Network Group, we are committed to offering simple and meaningful solutions to your complex problems. We work hard to achieve the highest levels of quality in our solutions to help your customers meet their challenging business needs. We're committed to delivering technology management solutions that offer security, reliability, availability, and performance. Visit our website, thebusinessnetworkgroup.com, for more information. Considering an orthodontic treatment for you or your children? Dr. Philip Caparuso, a Notre Dame parent of 4, is conveniently located at the end of the Milford Green. Dr. Caparuso is a board-certified orthodontist and a preferred Invisalign provider. A proud GoGreenKnight.com sponsor, you can visit Dr. Caparuso online at drcaportho.com or call 203-874-5400. Let Dr. Caparuso bring out your best smile.
All right, right back here at Quigley as we move into the bottom of inning number 3. Notre Dame and West Haven tied at 0. Always an interesting matchup, of course. Notre Dame mentioned in the preseason New Haven Register top 10 poll. Blue Devils on the outside looking in. They did receive a couple of votes. Gambardella into the windup. Here comes the pitch to the plate, and that's going to be hit high up into the air. Very shallow right field, drifting into foul territory just beyond the dirt behind the first base bag, and it's going to be hauled in and put away. So quickly one down. Leading things off was Corwick. Zachary Corwick for the Green Knights of Notre Dame. Pops it up to Nick Price in foul territory. So now you have one out and brings up McCain, the catcher. Brian McCain, the senior catcher, swinging from the right side. Gambardella into the windup and the pitch. Missed outside for ball 1. Plenty of high school baseball action throughout the state of Connecticut today. Here comes the pitch. That ball hit very high to the right side. It's going to stay in the infield dirt. And calling for it, Nick Price, and he'll put the pop-up away with a back pedal, and McCain is retired. There's 2 down. Brings up the top of the order, and Drew Acciolo, the center fielder today for Notre Dame. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time. Chopped one back to the pitcher. A lot of folks still thinking hockey here in the greater New Haven area, with both Quinnipiac and Yale competing in the Frozen Four, which begins Thursday in Pittsburgh. Boy, 50% of the teams remaining in the Frozen Four right here from greater New Haven area, Hamden and New Haven. That'd be something if one of the teams brought home a national championship. Stankiewicz on deck for Notre Dame. Here in the bottom of 3, scoreless. Tyler Gambardella into the windup and the pitch. Ground ball. Hit down to the charging shortstop. Fielded by Seti under the bag at first for the out. Acciolo is retired, 6-3. Another 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Gambardella. He has been nearly perfect today. He is not allowed a hit. He's only walked 1. Notre Dame has stranded the runner down at the bag at second. That was back in the first. On to the 4th we go. Still scoreless. West Haven and Notre Dame right here on GoGreenKnights.com.
Good morning, Curtis Ryan. Congratulations.
Hi, Curtis Ryan. I just brought my new Honda in for the first free oil change, and they're even washing it. We got such a great deal on that car, and everyone here is so easy to work with. Thank you, Curtis Ryan.
For a limited time, your first month's payment is on us, up to $500 on select 2012 models. Call Curtis Ryan and Shelton for details.
For the last 10 years, Federico Insetti has served individuals and business clients throughout the Northeast. Originally founded by Mark Federico, class of 72, the current principals are Michael Federico, Notre Dame class of 82, and Lynn Setti, Sacred Heart Academy class of 82. Providing accounting, tax, audit, and consulting services, Federico Insetti is the perfect company for your personal, corporate, estate, and gift tax returns. A proud sponsor of GoGreenKnights.com, call Federico Insetti at 203-248-9966 for all your accounting needs.
Looks good, doesn't it? But you forgot something. All that saturated fat. Why not try Longini sausage instead? Other leading brands contain more than twice the saturated fat than Longini. Made with all natural ingredients, perfectly spiced with just enough salt, Longini sausage is the healthier choice. Made fresh locally in New Haven since 1950. Look for the Longini label in your grocer's fresh meat section.
All right, welcome right back as we move on to the top of the fourth inning. Got quite a pitcher's duel going between Tyler Gambardella and the young man out in the mound, John Amendola, for the Green Knights of Notre Dame. Ground ball hit the third, fielded by Corwick. Now, he made a nice play on that, and he robs Tyler Gambardella perhaps of extra bases going to the backhand side. So able to get to that as Gambardella swinging at the first pitch, and is quickly one down, 5-3 on the putout. Amendola has retired the first 10 he has faced, brings up Gary Donovan. Into the windup. Amendola on the pitch over for the strike. Good pitch to Donovan. Donovan grounded out first time. He's 0 for 1. Gambardella, by the way, struck out his first time. Only strikeout for John Amendola here today. He's into the windup. As a ball hit in the right field, taking it the opposite way with Donovan. Good bit of hitting right there, going with the pitch. That's the first base hit of the ball game. First base runner for West Haven, and it comes here in the top of the fourth inning, so they have a runner on. Outfield just about straight away. Runner at first, one down. That pitch just missed outside to Cameron Stone. Stone grounded out 4-3. That was a nifty play by Paulson, if I remember correctly, back in the first. It ended the first. Another throw to the bag at first. From the stretch, Amendola, and the pitch over for the strike call. Count now 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 down and 1 on here in the top of the fourth inning. Bruno in left, Acciolo the center fielder, Stankiewicz in right field, the throw to the bag at first, and Donovan got back there in plenty of time. So he comes up with a base hit with 1 down, takes a short lead away from the bag, Wynn trying to hold him tight. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be popped up and fouled off. Bobby Moretti, the designated hitter, awaits on deck.
I can't get out. Somebody's blocking my car.
I'm either up there or not.
Up there?
Yeah.
That's what I can do.
Well, the workers next door can't get out of the parking lot, which is jammed. Nice crowd on hand for this high school baseball affair today. Somebody always finds our crowd, Mike. They always do. Amendola. Curveball missed low and away. Nice stop by McCain behind the plate. No advance by Donovan at the bag at first. John from the stretch. The pitch. Ground ball. Hit past the dive of the third baseman Corwick and in the left. Fielded by Bruno. And that's back-to-back base hits by Donovan and Stone, as Stone really turned on that one and cracked it through the hole. And now you get runners at first and second with 1 down, and Moretti stepping up to the plate, the designated hitter. Hit a fly ball out to right center his first time, so he's 0 for 1. Batting for the catcher, Rick Balzano today. Nicky Price on deck, so West Haven trying to get something going here in the top of the fourth with 1 down as they have 2 on. Outfield straight away. Infield in a step. They'd love a double play ball. That pitch is in there for the strike. Notre Dame certainly has an infield combination and get the job done. Kolwick at third, Roan the shortstop, Paulson at second, Wynn at first defensively. The play is on. They throw down to the bag and just getting back in the nick of time at second was Donovan. Wow, Roan snuck in behind him. Donovan did not react quickly. Pretty good move by Amendola, and they nearly got him at the bag at second. Moretti looking for the key base hit here. Hit it pretty well his first time. Drives this one down the right field line. It could be trouble, and it's going to be ruled a foul ball. Went down out of our view from our broadcast angle here. West Haven with the biggest threat in the game thus far, with 2 on and 1 out. Notre Dame had a base runner back in the first. Here comes the pitch. That ball driven into right center field, drops in for a base, and Archiola will field it. They're going to send the runner around the bag at third. No, they're going to shut him down. Now they got the runner at second. That's Stone in a rundown. Coming on home is Donovan. The throw comes home. The tag is made, and they got him. Well done by the Green Knights of Notre Dame. Was cut off by the first baseman, Wynn, and he did a terrific job of creating all the momentum to go Notre Dame's way defensively as Donovan is thrown out at home. So Moretti with a base hit. Took second base on the throw. Stone goes to the bag at third, and Donovan is retired. Here's the pitch, and that is over for the strike call. Acciolo fielded that ball quickly, charged it nicely in right center. It was cut off, so I believe that's going to go 8-3-2 for the put out at home. They did not throw the ball around. Wynn did the right thing. He just held on to that baseball and made sure Cameron Stone got stuck in the middle between second and third. Donovan took off and Wynn threw it accurately home, and McCain put a good tag on him. So runners at second and third now with 2 out for Nicky Price, who popped up to the second baseman his first time. So he's 0 for 1. Pitch up high from Amendola. Counts a ball and 2 strikes with 2 out and 2 on. Still scoreless here in the top of the 4th inning. Acciolo shaded a bit toward right center field. That fastball tad high. Bruno in left, Stankiewicz in right field defensively. Amendola into the windup and the pitch, and a swing and a miss and a strikeout of Price. Second strikeout in the ball game, and that was a big one there for Amendola. And for West Haven, a big threat goes by the boards. They had consecutive hits, 3 of them, matter of fact, in a row, and they come up empty. So no runs on 3 hits and 2 runners left on. Big defensive play made by Brandon Wynn, the first baseman, to throw out Donovan at the plate. We're through 3.5, and your score, West Haven nothing, Notre Dame nothing. Back with more right here on GoGreenKnights.com.
New Haven Foot Surgeons and Milford Podiatry Associates specialize in medical and surgical care of the foot and ankle. They have a state-licensed surgical center with a physical therapy center available for all patients. Physicians include Notre Dame graduates David and Robert Novicki, along with Martin Pressman, James Krantz, and Jesse Parks. They are affiliated with the 3 major New Haven area hospitals, and they participate with most health insurance carriers. With locations in New Haven, Hamden, Milford, and Ansonia, New Haven Foot Surgeons and Milford Podiatry Associates is your GoGreenKnight.com connection to healthier feet. Visit them online at MilfordPodiatry.com.
Ivy League Landscaping is a family-owned, full-service design and build landscape company which services Southern Connecticut. We offer digital landscape design and installation. Our interlocking concrete paver system will add beauty to your patio and walkway. We share our location with our own Soundview Landscape Supply. Please visit us at 50 Industry Drive in West Haven. Ivy League Landscaping, from custom design to seasonal maintenance and supplies. Visit our website at ivyleaguelandscaping.com.
Many times.
All right, welcome right back here to the home of the Green Knights of Notre Dame, Quigley Stadium, as we move on here to the bottom of 4. Been a well-played game thus far, crisply played by both teams. quite a pitcher's duel between John Amendola of Notre Dame and Tyler Gambardella for the West Haven Blue Devils here today. Amendola started the game by retiring 10 in a row, then gave up 3 consecutive hits, but got bailed out on a pretty good defensive effort. An 8-3-2 put out at home. Leading things off here for Notre Dame is Stankiewicz. Christopher, the sophomore right fielder. Swing and a miss right there. Stankiewicz, his first plate appearance, drew a walk, stole second base as he was often dashing on a 3-2 pitch to Bruno, who was called out on strikes. Outfield just about straight away. Gambardella into the windup. Here comes the right-hander's pitch, and that's going to break away from the catcher, Balzano. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Notre Dame still looking for a base hit. They haven't had one yet. Their only base runner was Stankiewicz back in the first. Gambardella's retired 8 in a row, so he's gone on a nice run here. Here comes the pitch, tad high. He has struck out just one batter back in the first inning. That was Bruno. Stankiewicz, Bruno, and Wynn, the scheduled hitters for Notre Dame. 2, 3, and 4 in the batting order. Wilkerson in left field playing rather deep but straight away. That pitch curveball bends in for the strike. Carter in center, Donovan the right fielder defensively for West Haven. Second baseman Cameron Stone playing way back towards the outfield grass as Gambardella looks in. Right-hander into the windup. Here comes the pitch, and that's ball 4. And some folks wanted the strike call in the 3-2 offering, and Stankiewicz draws his second walk. That's a leadoff base runner now for Notre Dame. First time in the ball game anybody's enjoyed a leadoff base runner. And it brings up Bruno, who struck out. Called out on strikes his first time was Pasqualino. So Gambardella to work from the stretch. He'll twist and throw to first. Low throw, nice scoop there by Nick Price at first base, and Stankiewicz got the uniform all dirty. Brandon Wynn on deck. Outfield straight away for West Haven. Middle infielders creeping into double play depth. They show bunt. The miss on the bunt, the throw down by the catcher, and the ball was dropped by Seti, it looks like, from this angle here. So Balzano with a pretty good throw. Looked like it may have beaten Stankiewicz, and the tag by Seti and the slide by Stankiewicz may have jarred it free, and he's safe at second with a stolen base. That's his second stolen base, so now he's in scoring position with nobody down. Bruno at the plate. Count 0-1. Gambardella checks the run of the pitch. That's a little low, and the count goes level at 1 ball, 1 strike. Big opportunity here for Notre Dame. The leadoff hitter now down at the bag at second. A good part of their order coming to the plate. Trying to squeeze out a run here in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch to the plate, that ball. It's going to be blooped into right center field for a base hit, fielded by Donovan. They'll hold the runner at third as a strong throw comes into the first baseman, Nick Price. So they hold Stankiewicz at third. Bruno with a little, base hit out there to right center. They got runners at first and third with nobody out. Brandon Wynn. So Wynn stepping up to the plate. Big opportunity. He's already made a nice defensive play here today for the Green Knights, and he has a chance to put his squad up on top. A little delay as the catcher, Rick Balzano, fixes up the equipment. While he does that, a chance for us to talk about one of our new sponsors on GoGreenKnights.com. DKM Painting, a full-service painting company owned by Notre Dame's own Don Martone, class of 1987, specializing in both custom interior and exterior painting. Give Don a call. That's TKM at 203-843-5098. 203-843-5098. The pitch to Win, and it's in for the strike. Pretty pitch by Gambardella as he kept it low and away to win. Alabon on deck for Notre Dame. They're on the corners with nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th with a scoreless one. way this game's been moving along, one run could potentially do it here today. Gambardella's pitch, that ball hit very high and foul down the first base side. Wynn was definitely trying to get that at least up in the air and out there somewhere to the outfield. And at least drive home a run with a sac fly. Count now 0-2, so Wynn in a hole. Let's see what Gambardella will do. Got to be weary of that wild pitch or a pass ball. Setting up outside part of the plate. Balzano, the pitch. Strike three call as he paints the outside corner. That is the second strikeout of the ball game for Gambardella. Boy, did he need that. And he got one down. Runners at first and third as Alabon will step on in. Zachary today hit a fly ball out to right, his first plate appearance. That led off the second inning, so he's 0 for 1. Stankovic with a short lead from the bag at third, a little larger lead from the bag at first by Bruno. Walk and a base hit has put him on the corners here for Notre Dame. Time called. Alabon to step back in. Swinging from the right side is a sophomore. Up in a big spot here for the Green Knights. Shaking that eastern bat. There's a ground ball hit slowly. Could bring home a run. It will. The ball scooped up and thrown across by the shortstop to the bag at first. So Seti gets the shore out. There was no way he's going to get Stankovic. Just wasn't hit hard enough. Bruno will take second base. And that's going to be a ground ball out RBI as Balabon retired 6-3. And Notre Dame will take a 1-0 lead. Brings up Brian Roan. Roan grounded out 4-3, his first plate appearance. We're in the bottom of the fourth. Notre Dame now leading at 1-0. Gambardella into the windup. Pitch rides a little high. Wesley Paulson on deck for Notre Dame. Well, very lucky here in the city of West Haven for both West Haven and the Green Knights of Notre Dame. Two outstanding ballparks to play high school baseball. There's a liner and a leaping grab by Cameron Stone. That saved a run on a nice play by Cameron Stone as he timed the lead perfectly to rob Brian Roan of at least a single and probably an RBI. Who knows? All right, that's going to do it. Notre Dame will scratch one across on an infield out. In the inning, they score one run on one hit, and they leave a runner on. We'll be back with the top of five. Your score, Notre Dame 1, West Haven nothing, right here on GoGreenKnights.com.
Sometimes bad things happen to good people. A car accident, a divorce, a loved one is arrested. Things you just can't prepare for. Zingaro and Cretella specialize in civil litigation, family law, and criminal defense. A leading New Haven and Fairfield County general practice law firm established in 2001. Attorneys Gene Zingaro and Don Cretella, MD class of 1986, who thankfully is a much better lawyer than it was a receiver for me, will guide you and help you make an informed and rational decision in a difficult time. Visit them at www.theconnecticutdefenders.com. Zingaro and Cretella is a law firm you can trust.
As Network Group, we are committed to offering simple and meaningful solutions to your complex problems. We work hard to achieve the highest levels of quality in our solutions to help your customers meet their challenging business needs. We're committed to delivering technology management solutions that offer security, reliability, availability, and performance. Visit our website, thebusinessnetworkgroup.com, for more information.
Considering an orthodontic treatment.
All right, welcome right back as we move on to the fifth. West Haven to the plate trailing Notre Dame by the score of 1-0 as Michael Brand, the third baseman, will lead it off here for West Haven. Brand, Carter, and Wilkinson, 7, 8, and 6, 7, and 8 schedule hitters. That ball's hit high, rather deep to right field. It's going to be off the fence. Stankovic able to field it quickly off the carom and hold Brand to a long single off that right field fence. Stankovic got twisted around a little bit. Might have been a little high to make the catch out there anyhow, but Brand rockets one for a long single to right field to start the fifth inning, and for the first time in the ball game, the West Haven Blue Devils with a leadoff runner on base. They went 1, 2, 3 through the first 3 innings, and actually first 10 retired by Amendola. Finally, Donovan singled, then Stone singled, Moretti singled, When Moretti singled, Donovan thrown out the plate 8-3 and 2, saving a run. So that's the fourth hit of the ball game, the one a moment ago by Brand. Showing bunt was Carter. Ball get away from the catcher. No advance by the runner down at first base. Might have been fouled off as Carter might have got a piece. Carter popped up to the first baseman in foul territory his first time. It was a fine play by Wynn, who's made a couple of nice defensive plays today as he had to go find it over towards the West Haven dugout. Go to the bag at first. Brand able to get back there. They nearly wrong-footed him with a quick throw over. John Amendola to work from the stretch, and McCain will ask for time from behind home plate. Sun trying to break on through. Kind of a hazy afternoon. Big gap in left center field. That ball turned on and hit through the hole on the left side. Good bit of hitting by Carter as he turned on that pitch. Now you got runners at first and second as they have consecutive hits to start the fifth inning. Notre Dame leading by the score of 1-0 as we're into the top of inning number 5. As Wilkinson will step up to the plate. So Brand down at second, Carter at first. Bruno, the left fielder, playing off the line and left. Archiolo twisted over towards right center field. Stankiewicz straight away and rather deep in right field for Wilkinson. Hit a fly ball out to the center fielder his first time. Runners at first and second for West Haven. Notre Dame leading 1-0. They squared a bunt, and it's going to be bunted. Foul at the plate. Scooped up by McCain. Joe Setti, the number 9 hitter, on deck for West Haven. Westies had a great chance back in the fourth when they had a couple of runners on. Came up empty. Amendola had a big strikeout in that inning also. That pitch comes all the way to the backstop on a foul bunt attempt. Amendola today struck out a batter in the first, struck out a batter in the fourth. He has not walked a batter today. He's given up a total of 5 hits, all coming over the last 2 innings. So the second time through, the Blue Devils are starting to place the ball around the ballpark here. All right, now they're ready to go. From the stretch, John Amendola. The pitch to the plate, and that's a strike 3 call over the outside corners. He gets Wilkinson. Well, when need be, that strikeout pitch has been there for Amendola today. He struck out Price with a couple on back on the fourth, and again with 2 on. He comes out with a strikeout here in the 5th inning and brings up Joe Setti, who grounded out 4-3 back in the 3rd. So he's 0 for 1. The pitch. Tad high for ball 1. Notre Dame at double play depth with the middle infielders. Brandon Wynn playing off the bag and behind the bag at first. Corwick a step inside the bag at third for the number 9 hitter Joe Setti. That pitch, and Setti drives that high up into the air. Acchiola's going to give it a chase, not going to get it. Going to take it on a bounce. That's going to score at least 1 run, and we've got ourselves a tie game. Well, they had that shift in the outfield over towards right center a bit, and Joe Setti cracked it towards left center field. Amendola had to go chase it down on a bounce. Scoring easily is Michael Brand, who had led off the inning with a single. Carter goes first to third. Setti at the bag at first with an RBI base hit from the number 9 man. Brings up the top of the order, and Tyler Gambardella with runners on the corners and just 1 out. Gambardella today has struck out and grounded out. He's 0 for 2. Leadoff hitter for West Haven, trying to help his own cause here in the top of inning number 5 in a 1-1 game. They throw to the bag at first and runner back in time. So Joe Setti, number 9 hitter in the lineup for West Haven, coming up with a big crack of the bat and an RBI base hit. Is that pitch up a tad high? Gary Donovan awaiting on deck for West Haven. 1-1 you score. Amendola from the stretch. The right-hander's pitch to the plate. Ball popped up. And it's going to be out of play towards our production van here as we're perched behind home plate. Landed behind us somewhere. Cameraman extraordinaire letting us know. Throw the bag at first. And again, the runner back trying to hold steady tight. You already got Crowder in scoring position at third. 6 hits now over the last 2 innings for West Haven. And they have just 1 run to show for it. Amendola. The pitch of the plate. Low and away. Nice stop by McCain behind the plate. So runners at first and third. Count 2 balls and 1 strike. They wanted to check to see if Gambardella went around. They said he did not. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Runners at the corners. And again, they'll throw to the bag at first. Took a look to third. Carter wasn't going anywhere. Said he got back to the bag. Outfield just about straight away for Notre Dame. Acchiola might be shaded a step or 2 towards right center. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball hit right back off the wickets of Amendola. He'll pick it up and throw to the bag at first, and they got him there. Nice play by the pitcher, Amendola, to stay with it. That took a ricochet, and they have knocked it down with the glove because there's no concern. So Gambardella is retired 1-3. Taking second base is Seti, so now you got him at second and third with 2 down. Brings up Gary Donovan. Donovan is singled, grounded out, was thrown out the plate after he singled back in the 4th inning. 1-1 here in the top of 5. West Haven tied the score here in the 5th inning. Amendola into the windup and the pitch, and that's going to be popped up. Roan will call for it. The shortstop hardly moves and makes the catch. And I'll tell you what, after the beginning of that inning with 2 consecutive hits and 2-1 with just 1 out, pretty good work by John Amendola to get out of the jam with the pop-up there. So West Haven will score a run. They score 1 run on 3 hits. They leave a couple of runners on. We're through 4.5, and your score, Notre Dame and West Haven, they're tied at 1. We're back with more right after these words.
For you or your children, Dr. Philip Caparuso, a Notre Dame parent of 4, is conveniently located at the end of the Milford Green. Dr. Caparuso is a board-certified orthodontist and a preferred Invisalign provider. A proud GoGreenKnight.com sponsor, you can visit Dr. Caparuso online at drcaportho.com or call 203-874-5400. Let Dr. Caparuso bring out your best smile.
Good morning, Curtis Ryan. Congratulations.
Hi, Curtis Ryan. I just brought my new Honda in for the first free oil change, and they're even washing it. We got such a great deal on that car, and everyone here is so easy to work with. Thank you, Curtis Ryan.
For a limited time, your first month's payment is on us, up to $500 on select 2012 models. Call Curtis Ryan in Shelton for details.
For the last 10 years, Federico and Seti has served individuals and business clients throughout the Northeast. Originally founded by Mark Federico, class of 72, the current principals are Michael Federico, Notre Dame class of 82, and Lynn Seti, Sacred Heart Academy class of 82. Providing accounting, tax, audit, and consulting services, Federico and Seti is the perfect company for your personal, corporate, estate, and gift tax returns. A proud sponsor of GoGreenKnights.com, call Federico and Seti at 203-248-9966 for all your accounting needs.
Looks good, doesn't it?
All right, back here at Quigley as we move on to the bottom of 5. Well-played baseball game here today. I believe it's been error-free according to my scorebook, which I wouldn't always go by, folks, but pretty good matchup here between these two teams. West Haven leading the hit brigade. I think they have 6 in the ball game. Notre Dame has been held in check for the most part by Tyler Gambardella. They had a base runner back in the first via walk. They had 2 base runners in the 4th on a walk and a base hit. Scored their run on an infield out off the bat of Zach Ballabon to take a 1-0 lead in the 4th, and then West Haven responding in the top of the 5th inning with their only one, Joe Seti, with the RBI base hit to tie it at 1. So Notre Dame held to just 1 hit thus far and a total of 3 base runners into the 5th inning. Wesley Paulson leading it off here. Second baseman is 0 for 1, so it's 7, 8, and 9. Paulson, Corwick, and McCain, the scheduled hitters against Gambardella in a 1-1 game, and that pitch over for the strike call. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike to Wesley Paulson. Outfield playing straight away for West Haven. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Paulson may have chased one a little bit. Playing inside the bag at third is Michael Brand. Behind the bag at first is Nick Price. Gambardella looking in for the sign. Belzano to set the target. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be hit high in the air and fouled off to the first base side. About 335 down the left field line here at Quigley. 400 to straightaway center field, and much shorter than that in right. They do not have a foot marker up there, but I think it's like 315, but you got to hit it very high. Maybe 20 feet up in the air to get it out. Gambardella, great baseball name here in West Haven. The pitch is going to be fouled off. He has been good today. Gambardella in the windup. Here comes the offering to the plate, and that's a tad high. And count rides full at 3-2 to Paulson. Notre Dame has only enjoyed a leadoff base runner in 1 inning. That was back in the 4th when Stankiewicz walked. He eventually scored. That's how important it is to get that leadoff runner on base. Gambardella into the windup. Here comes the right-hander's pitch, and that is down low for ball 4. So leadoff runner, that's Paulson to the bag at first for Notre Dame. That is the 3rd walk issued in the game by Tyler Gambardella. Just making sure we're up and streaming there, which we are, which is nice. That's part of the ball game, for us at least, behind the scenes. The live video stream on GoGreenKnights.com. We're bringing lacrosse tomorrow night from Guilford High School. Looking forward to that. Throw to the bag at first, and belly flop back by Paulson. Corwick on deck, McCain to follow for the Green Knights of Notre Dame. Tyler Gambardella has allowed just 1 hit today and only 4 base runners for Notre Dame. 1-1 score. The bunt by Corwick, fielded by the 3rd baseman and thrown over to the bag at first for the out. Good job there by 3rd baseman coming on, Michael Brand, to field that, make that throw. That bunt pretty good by Corwick. Laid it down nicely. Got the job done with a sacrifice bunt. Moving Paulson to the bag at second with 1 down in the scoring position for the number 9 hitter in the lineup. And that is the catcher McCain stepping up. Top of the order on deck for Notre Dame, Drew Acciolo. So the Green Knights with a great chance here to regain the lead. They had the lead back in the 4th inning. It only lasted a half inning. Time has been called. John Basso wants to dust off home plate. Runner down at the bag at second is Wesley Paulson for Notre Dame. He'll take the lead away. Gambardella checks the runner at second base. Into the windup and the pitch. That ball hit high in the air down the left field line. Could be trouble. Falls in for a base hit. And taking third is Paulson. So McCain lobs one down the left field line. There was no chance for Wilkinson to get it. He did a good job to get to it quickly as Paulson was being waved along by head coach Luke Kessler to the bag at third. So they're on the corners now with 1 out. Drew Acciolo to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He has grounded out twice, 6-3 and 1-3. Chris Stankiewicz on deck for Notre Dame. Base hit, and the Green Knights will get the lead back here in the bottom of the 5th. 1-1 your score. A run on the fourth for Notre Dame, one on the top of 5 for West Haven. That is only the second hit given up today by Tyler Gambardella. Acciolo swinging at that first pitch, drives it high out to right center field. It's going to be caught out there by Carter, showing great range and jogging on home on the long high fly ball. And scoring easily from third is Wesley Paulson, and Notre Dame will take a 2-1 lead on the sac fly RBI. So Acciolo does his job as he got it out deep enough to produce a run. Remaining at first base is McCain. It brings up Stankiewicz. Stankiewicz today has walked twice. He's been the thorn in the side of Tyler Gambardella. Walked back on the fourth, stole a base. He's actually stolen 2 today and scored his club's first run on an infield out. So Notre Dame has produced a run on an infield out and a sac fly as a pinch runner coming on now. For McCain with re-entry, of course. I believe on the run. I didn't pick up the number for Notre Dame. And there you go. He turns around and Brian Gargiulo on the run. So Gargiulo to run. So now 2 down with a runner at first base. Bruno is on deck. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Notre Dame taking the 2-1 lead. Tyler Gambardella has walked a leadoff batter in the 4th and 5th. On both occasions, they have now come around to score. Other than that, he's been terrific. Walked a batter back in the 1st, too. He's only given up a couple of hits here today. Tyler with a long look in. Balzano will set the target, and that pitch is over for the strike call to Stankiewicz. Count goes 0-1. 2 out, runner down the bag at first. Tyler Gambardella continues to work from the stretch. Here comes the pitch. That ball hit high in the air, down the right field line, drifting into foul territory, and safely out of play. From a Notre Dame perspective. From a West Haven Blue Devil perspective, darn it, we couldn't catch it. So Stankiewicz will get a chance to swing again. Short lead from the bag at first by Gargiulo. He's going to go. They throw behind him. Price down to the bag at second, and the tag is made by Cameron Stone. So they threw behind him as they had a snip. He was taken off, and Gargiulo was retired, caught stealing on the play. 1-3-4, caught stealing will end the inning. Notre Dame puts a run up on the board with through 5 complete. They have the 2-1 lead over West Haven. Back with the top of the 6th inning right after these messages on GoGreenKnights.com.
But you forgot something. All that saturated fat. Why not try Longini sausage instead? Other leading brands contain more than twice the saturated fat than Longini. Made with all natural ingredients, perfectly spiced with just enough salt, Longini sausage is the healthier choice. Made fresh locally in New Haven since 1950. Look for the Longini label in your grocer's fresh meat section.
New Haven Foot Surgeons and Milford Podiatry Associates specialize in medical and surgical care of the foot and ankle. They have a state-licensed surgical center with a physical therapy center available for all patients. Physicians include Notre Dame graduates David and Robert Novicki, along with Martin Pressman, James Krantz, and Jesse Parks. They are affiliated with the 3 major New Haven area hospitals, and they participate with most health insurance carriers. With locations in New Haven, Hamden, Milford, and Ansonia, New Haven Foot Surgeons and Milford Podiatry Associates is your GoGreenKnight.com connection to healthier feet. Visit them online at MilfordPodiatry.com.
All right, welcome right back here to Quigley as we settle in the top of inning number 6. Notre Dame leading West Haven by the score 2-1. And that first pitch from Amendola off the shoulder of Cameron Stone. It was a curveball that didn't break on back, and Stone takes it off the shoulder. No harm done, and that's a leadoff base runner now hit by pitch. First hit batter we've had today. First walk issued by Amendola here today also. He's had the strikeout pitch when he's needed it with a total of 3. He's allowed 6 hits. All 6 of the hits coming over innings 4 and 5, and Luke Kessler's going to come out and have a chat with John. So you got a leadoff runner on, and Bobby Moretti stepping up to the plate. The middle part of the batting order stepping up for West Haven here in the 6th inning. Green Knights had a 1-0 lead through 4, and they immediately gave up that run on the top of the 5th on a couple of consecutive base hits, and Joe Setti's sharp single into left center field, driving home Mike Brand. That's how West Haven scored their run. Notre Dame has scored their runs on an infield out, on a slow tapper down to the shortstop, and a sacrifice fly RBI. So Moretti will step up to the plate. He is singled in 2 tries. Throw to the bag at first, and Cameron Stone is back. Stone, pretty good base runner. Here comes the pitch to the plate, and that's low and away. I believe he had an older brother that played a couple years ago. Amendola contending with a leadoff runner. Nobody out, late swing and a miss by Moretti. Count goes 1 ball and 1 strike to Bobby. He's also an outstanding pitcher for this West Haven squad. John Amendola into the windup. The pitch, check swing. Here he went around. That's going to be a strike. Count goes 1 and 2 to Moretti. Win the hold the runner tied at first. That's Stone. Measures the lead away from the bag. Amendola into the windup. The 1-2. Waste went outside. Nice play by McCain to go get it into that left-hander's batter's box. Bruno in left, Archeolo in center, Stankiewicz in right field defensively for Notre Dame. Middle infielders Paulson at second, Roan at shortstop. On the corners, Corwick at third. There goes the runner. The pitch is going to be fouled straight back. Tell you what, he had that stolen, and that pitch might have been a little high. Moretti might have been trying to protect the runner as much as anything else, and he fouled it off. He's also in a bit of a hole with a count 1 and 2, so he went after that pitch. But I think Stone had that one stolen. Throw to the bag at first, runner back. Corwick at third, Wynn playing catch right now with Amendola at first base. McCain in the crouch behind home. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes to Moretti. Here comes a pitch, and a swing and a miss and a strikeout. That pitch veered away from Moretti's swing. And another one of those strikeouts needed when Amendola needed it, and that is his 4th of the ball game. He's 1 in the 1st, he had 1 in the 4th, 5th, and now 1 here in the top of the 6th inning. So you got 1 down runner at first, and Nick Price at the plate. He's 0 for 2. He struck out and popped up to the second baseman. That pitch snaps in for the strike call. Brought some dust from the mid of McCain. Outfield straight away. Archeolo not playing all that deep in center. Stankiewicz rather deep in right. Throw the bag at first again, runner back over there. There is some warm-up activity down in the Notre Dame bullpen. Nothing brewing in the West Haven cage. On the first base side. I cannot tell you who's warming up down there, but somebody is trying to heat it up. Amendola into the windup, and the pitch missed outside. Don't know what the pitch count is either. In the ball game, Amendola's given up 1 run on 6 hits. No errors by Notre Dame. And he has walked just 1. That was a hit batter. Throw to the bag at first. Go along with 4 strikeouts. John from the stretch, runner with a lead. There he goes. Nope, he puts the brakes on. That pitch in for the strike. Stone back to the bag at first. Thought there was a throw going that way. Kind of went headlong back to the bag. Count 1 and 2 to Nicky Price. Michael Brand on deck. Here comes the pitch. That's outside. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wynn trying to hold the runner tight at first. That's Stone. Hit by pitch to get on. There's a swing and a miss as Price chased a high one. As the fifth strikeout in the ball game for Amendola. That's the first time he's gone 2 consecutive. So now he's got 2 down using a strikeout pitch. Cameron Stone, who was hit by the pitch, still stalled at the bag at first. Michael Brand stepping up to the plate. Brand is 1 for 2 with a base hit and a run scored back in the 5th inning. A throw to the bag at first. Stone got back in time over there. Matt Carter on deck. We're here in the top of the 6th inning. Amendola started the ball game, retiring the first 10 he faced before giving up the base hit to Gary Donovan with 1 out in the 4th inning. West Haven actually put 3 in a row together, 3 hits, but they had a runner, Gary Donovan, thrown out the plate 8-3-2, courtesy of the fine defensive plays by both Archeolo, who went and got the baseball hit in the right center, and then the strong throw to Wynn, who cut it off in front of the mound. Donovan had roamed a little too far off that bag at third, and Stone, who was also on, got hung up between second and third trying to protect him there, and they were able to get Donovan trying to score on the play. A little pitch out by Notre Dame. Green Knights have taken advantage of some walks by Gambardella to score their runs. That pitch fouled off at the plate as Stone was on. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th, and Cameron Stone back to the bag at first. Brand will dig back in. Short lead from the bag at first by Cameron Stone. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Here comes the pitch to the plate. Swing and a miss, and a strikeout of Brand after the leadoff hit batter. 3 in a row for Amendola as he strikes out the side. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, Notre Dame leading it by the score of 2-1. We'll be back with more high school baseball on GoGreenKnights.com after this word.
Ivy League Landscaping is a family-owned, full-service design and build landscape company which services Southern Connecticut. We offer digital landscape design and installation. Our interlocking concrete paver system will add beauty to your patio and walkway. We share our location with our own Soundview Landscape Supply. Please visit us at 50 Industry Drive in West Haven. Ivy League Landscaping, from custom design to seasonal maintenance and supplies. Visit our website at ivyleaguelandscaping.com.
Many times bad things happen to good people. A car accident, a divorce, a loved one is arrested. Things you just can't prepare for. Zingaro and Cretella specialize in civil litigation, family law, and criminal defense. A leading New Haven and Fairfield County general practice law firm established in 2001, attorneys Gene Zingaro and Don Cretella, MD class of 1986, who thankfully is a much better lawyer than it was a receiver for me, will guide you and help you make an informed and rational decision in a difficult time. Visit them at www.theconnecticutdefenders.com. Zingaro and Cretella is a law firm you can trust.
Network Group, we are committed to offering simple and meaningful solutions to your complex problems. We work hard to achieve the highest levels of quality in our solutions to help your customers meet their challenging business needs. We're committed to delivering technology management solutions that offer security, reliability, availability, and performance. Visit our website, thebusinessnetworkgroup.com, for more information.
Considering an
Welcome right back as we move on to the bottom of inning number 6. 2-1 your tally. Notre Dame on top of West Haven. Green Knights trying to add a little insurance here for John Amendola, who's been terrific today. I tell you, it's been a great pitcher's duel. Tyler Gambardella has been no slouch today either. Notre Dame with just 2 hits in the ball game. Hitting a run scored in the 4th, hitting a run scored in the 5th. But it's been a ground ball out and a sac fly that's produced the runs. So Gambardella's been able to get the outs. Unfortunately, with runners on third, Notre Dame has scored a couple of times. Stankiewicz leading things off here. He was at the plate when McCain was cut down, caught stealing. Actually, Gargiulo, who was running for him, was cut down as they picked him off 1-3-4. Stankiewicz in the ball game has walked a couple of times, stolen 2 bases, and scored a run. So it's a pretty good move by Kessler when you think about it. There's Lou, knowing that Stankiewicz has done a pretty good job making Gambardella work out there in the mound with 2 walks today. Getting Stankiewicz up here with to lead things off and perhaps get on, and he'll bloop one in for a base hit and get on that way. Stankiewicz able to lob one out in the left field for a base hit. Wilkinson and Carter both coming on, couldn't get to it, and Chris is on with a leadoff single here in the 6th, so he's reached base 3 times from that number 2 spot in the lineup. That's going to bring up Bruno. Bruno today is 1 for 2 with a single back in the 4th. He has one of the 2 Notre Dame hits. The other belongs to McCain. So Tyler Gambardella from the stretch. He'll throw to the bag at first and sliding on back to Stankiewicz. He has 2 stolen bases. He'll be aware of what he's trying to do out there in the base path. Nick Price trying to hold him tight. There's a bunt down the first base side, and it's going to be ruled foul by John Basso, the home plate umpire. Got a good eye on that one as it dribbled down the first baseline and ruled foul. Pasqualino Bruno at the plate. Takes a look down at the third base coaching box. Lou Kessler there. Lou, a outstanding coach. Has won state championships with Notre Dame. I think he kind of flies under the radar a little bit when you talk about some of the all-time great coaches here in the state. Won his 300th game at Notre Dame last season. Another bunt attempt. Pitch was outside. They throw it out of the bag at first. Stankiewicz got back there. So they got to count at 1 ball and 1 strike to Bruno. Here comes the pitch. Bunt right back. Well, it's going to be picked up by the third baseman. Had a better angle on it. Gambardella was coming off the mound, but Brand had a good angle as he was playing tight towards home inside the grass, expecting the Bruno bunt, which was laid down nicely as he moved the runner along. So Notre Dame executing with the sacrifice bunts here today. They did that back in the 5th inning when Paulson walked to lead off the 5th. Colwick laid down a bunt to move him in the scoring position. He eventually did score on a sac fly. RBI by Drew Acchiola. This is Brandon Wynn to the plate. Winnie with a big defensive play earlier in the ball game. Actually not 1 but 2. Made a nice play on a foul ball. Hit down the first base side towards the dugout. Had to go find it. So he's got a runner in scoring position. Wynn today has hit a fly ball out and struck out back in the 4th on a pretty good pitch by Tyler Gambardella. Tyler with a couple of strikeouts in the ball game. He has walked 3. He's only allowed 3 hits, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and 1 here in the 6th inning. And the count goes 2 balls and no strikes to win. Zachary Balaban on deck. Notre Dame leads at 2-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. They led it 1-0. West Haven tied it at 1, and they got the lead back in the 5th. Outfield straight away, and that pitch up high. Wilkinson the left field, Carter in center, Donovan in right field defensively, and with that pitch getting a little high, catcher coming out, that's Balzano. Want to have a quick chat with Tyler Gambardella. Looking ahead to the top of the 7th inning for West Haven, they'll have Carter, Wilkinson, and Setti, the scheduled hitters, part of the batting order that produced their only run back in the 5th inning. So it'll be 7, 8, and 9 scheduled to face John Amendola. If Amendola comes out, there was some activity in the West Haven, Notre Dame West Haven bullpen as that pitch is over for the strike call. Count goes 3 balls and 1 strike to win. Timeout's been called. And coming out to have a quick chat with the chart perhaps in hand. Mike Aquilari. Mike also a pretty good hockey player in his day at West Haven. Great baseball player likewise, of course. He puts the skates on. I've seen him there at Bennett Rink in West Haven with the skates on. It's interesting. When you talk about leadership on the baseball field, Notre Dame is certainly having some problems in that area, as both Garabedian and Zullo out of the lineup with injuries. They're two captains here in 2013. But they keep on plucking along. Here comes a pitch, fouled straight back. We're talking about Kessler, won his 300th game for the Green Knights of Notre Dame with a win over Fourn. Gambardella getting back into the count here, 3-2 with Win. Stankiewicz with the lead from the bag at second. Single to start the 6th inning. Took second on the sacrifice bunt. Swing and a miss. He strikes out a twisting Brendan Wynn. Second time Winnie has struck out here today. Third strikeout in the ball game for Tyler Gambardella. Brings up Zach Ballabon. Ballabon with an RBI on a ground ball out back in the 4th. He'll need to hit it somewhere here in the 6th inning to bring home a run and reach safely, because there's 2 down with Stankiewicz down at the bag at second. 2-1. Notre Dame continues the lead. Both West Haven and Notre Dame coming in with 3-1 marks. They'll square off again at Whitey Purick later in the year, and I believe we have that one scheduled on our docket. Gambardella takes a look at the runner at second. Stankiewicz with a sizable lead. The pitch to the plate is going to be sprayed foul by Ballabon. Brian Roan awaits on deck. Gambardella, right-hander, checks the runner at second again. Here comes a pitch to the plate, and that's a tad low. Nice play by Balzano behind the plate. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Hit high in the air, down the right field line. Going to drift foul. Well out of play. Was John Capone, the outstanding athletic director out at West Haven High School, and Tom Racucci, the terrific athletic director here at Notre Dame. 2 of the best in the business. They really are. Here comes the pitch to the plate, and that's going to be popped up and fouled off. City of West Haven always opening up the doors to the CIAC, whether it's football, soccer, baseball tournaments, hockey tournament play during playoff seasons. In the fall, winter, and the spring. Utilizing the home of the Green Knights here at Quigley, and of course Whitey Pure. Gambardella. Stankiewicz with a lead from second. Ballabon at the plate, and that pitch just missed outside. Boy, that was close. Count rides full at 3-2 to Ballabon. Roan on deck. We're here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Notre Dame with the 2-1 lead. Bit of a shift in that outfield as you see Matt Carter a step or 2 towards right center. Got a bit of a gap out there in left center field if Ballabon could place it there. Something hit to the outfield might bring home that insurance run. Here comes a pitch. That ball's going to be spoiled off. Good at bat here by Ballabon. the subject of Luke Kessler, graduated in 1977 from Notre Dame. Gambardella looking for the strikeout. Time has been called. Weather has been delightful today. I don't know what the game time temperature was. I didn't check that. But not too bad at all. Rain has held off. 61 degrees currently. Rather sunny, they say, as that pitch up and in. And Ballabon, that draws a tough walk. There's a fourth walk issued today by Tyler Gambardella. So put runners at first and second base, and Brian Roan stepping up. Roan over 2. He was robbed of base hit back in the fourth when he lined one that Cameron Stone timed the leap of and made a terrific catch. Just beautiful leaping catch by Cameron Stone, the second baseman. Roan thought he had one tucked in there. And he grounded out 4-3. The pitch, ground ball. That's going to be hit up the middle, but right to the shortstop. Good range shown there by Joe Setti for the force at the bag at second. And that will end it. All right, Notre Dame, they threaten, but they leave 2 on. No runs, 1 hit. There was a walk, 2 runners left on base. We'll be back with the top of the 7th in West Haven. Will they ring the final bell? It'll be Carter, Wilkinson, and Setti, the scheduled hitters, 7, 8, and 9. Let's see who comes out to pitch for Notre Dame. All that upcoming right here on GoGreenKnights.com.
Orthodontic treatment for you or your children. Dr. Philip Caparuso, a Notre Dame parent of 4, is conveniently located at the end of the Milford Green. Dr. Caparuso is a board-certified orthodontist and a preferred Invisalign provider. A proud GoGreenKnight.com sponsor, you can visit Dr. Caparuso online at drcaportho.com or call 203-874-5400. Let Dr. Caparuso bring out your best smile.
Good morning, Curtis Ryan. Congratulations.
Hi, Curtis Ryan. I just brought my new Honda in for the first free oil change, and they're even washing it. We got such a great deal on that car, and everyone here is so easy to work with. Thank you, Curtis Ryan.
For a limited time, your first month's payment is on us, up to $500 on select 2012 models. Call Curtis Ryan in Shelton for details.
For the last 10 years, Federico and Setti has served individuals and business clients throughout the Northeast. Originally founded by Mark Federico, class of 72, the current principals are Michael Federico, Notre Dame class of 82, and Lynn Setti, Sacred Heart Academy class of 82. Providing accounting, tax, audit, and consulting services, Federico and Setti is the perfect company for your personal, corporate, estate, and gift tax returns. A proud sponsor of GoGreenKnights.com, call Federico and Setti at 203-248-9966 for all your accounting needs.
Looks good.
All right, welcome right back. Nice to be with you all. Top of inning number 7 and leading things off, Matt Carter. First pitch in for a strike to Carter, who's 1 for 2 today. And did he check the swing? They said he did not go around, so Carter checks the swing. The count goes 1-1. Carter had a base hit back in the 5th inning. Total of 6 base hits in the ball game for West Haven. 1 run to show for it against Amendola. Amendola struck out the side in the 6th. That's a total of 6 strikeouts. He's hit a batter, has not walked a batter, and allowed just the 1 run. RBI hit by Joe Setti, who's scheduled to hit 3rd here today. There's a big pitch and another strikeout by Amendola. Boy, he's been firing it along here. Appearing to get a little stronger as the game goes on. That is his 4th consecutive strikeout, 7th of the ball game. And it brings up Jason Wilkinson. Wilkinson in the ball game has struck out, caught looking back in the 5th, hit a fly ball out. And that pitch is over for the strike call. Here in the top of 7, Notre Dame leading it by the score of 2-1. John in the windup, the pitch, and that is a tad low. Count goes level at 1 ball, 1 strike. Joe Setti awaits on deck. Notre Dame leading it 2-1, looking for win number 4 in the year. Here comes the pitch, curveball, rides inside. Count goes 2 balls and a strike to Wilkinson. Amendola into the windup. And the right-hander's pitch over for the strike call. That will level the count at 2-2. Nobody on, one down here in the top of the 7th inning. Amendola, the pitch. Ball popped up very, very high. Second baseman will call. Paulson to the outfield grass will make the catch. And Wilkerson retired on a pop-up. So now you have 2 down, and Joe Setti coming to the plate. RBI base hit his last plate appearance. Well, West Haven certainly had chances back in the 4th inning with 3 consecutive hits. Came up empty, had a runner thrown out at the plate. Had 3 hits in the 5th and scored just 1 time. Count quickly 0-1 here to Setti. Amendola, right-hander's pitch. Bends it in for the strike. Looking for his 8th strikeout and wants to finish this game with a flare. Started the game by retiring the first 10 he faced. Here comes the pitch. That ball shot down the right field line, but foul. West Haven did not get their first base runner on board till the 4th inning when Gary Donovan reached on a single. He was a young man thrown out the plate, 8-3-2. Amendola into the windup. Here comes the offering, and that's a strike 3 call over the outside part of the plate. The 8th strikeout for Amendola, and they pick up the 2-1 win. They scratch out a 2-1 win over West Haven in an excellent ball game here today. I'll tell you, it only took an hour and 28 minutes to play this one. Sharply played, well pitched by both, and this one comes to a close. Notre Dame wins it 2-1. We'll take a quick break. We'll put a recap on this one in just a second.
Doesn't it? But you forgot something. All that saturated fat. Why not try Longini sausage instead? Other leading brands contain more than twice the saturated fat than Longini. Made with all natural ingredients, perfectly spiced with just enough salt, Longini sausage is the healthier choice. Made fresh locally in New Haven since 1950. Look for the Longini label in your grocer's fresh meat section.
New Haven Foot Surgeons and Milford Podiatry Associates specialize in medical and surgical care of the foot and ankle. They have a state-licensed surgical center with a physical therapy center available for all patients. Physicians include Notre Dame graduates David and Robert Novicki, along with Martin Pressman, James Krantz, and Jesse Parks. They are affiliated with the 3 major New Haven area hospitals, and they participate with most health insurance carriers. With locations in New Haven, Hamden, Milford, and Ansonia, New Haven Foot Surgeons and Milford Podiatry Associates is your GoGreenKnight.com connection to healthier feet. Visit them online at milfordpodiatry.com.
All right, welcome right back here. Let's put a quick wrap on this one. Notre Dame wins their 4th of the year, 2-1 over West Haven. They're now 4-1. And the Blue Devils, the Westies, they dropped to 3-2 overall. Well-played game. Winning pitcher John Amendola, he was terrific today. He allowed just 1 run on 6 hits. He only hit 1 batter. That was a key, and he struck out 8, including 5 over the last 2 innings to pick up the victory here today. West Haven really had chances in the 4th and 5th and came up with just that 1 run on the RBI base hit by Joe Setti. Tough luck loser today is Tyler Gambardella. Gambardella allowed just, 3 hits in the ball game. That was it. 3 hits, but 2 runs. Notre Dame scored a run off the bat of Zach Balaban back in the 4th inning as his ground ball outproduced a run, scoring Chris Stankiewicz, who had led the 4th inning off with a walk, stole the base, and eventually scored. And in the 5th inning, they would score another run. Drew Acciolo with a sac fly RBI to deep right center field, scoring Wellesley Paulson, who had walked to start the 5th inning. So a couple of walks by Gambardella certainly did not help his cause today. He struck out 3, did walk 4. 2 of the 4 he walked did score in the ball game. So Notre Dame wins it by the score 2-1. Great work by our production crew behind the scenes, as always, on GoGreenKnights.com. Stay tuned. We're back tomorrow night with lacrosse live from Guilford High School. All right, that's going to do it. From Quigley, your final Notre Dame West Haven 2, West Haven 1. Goodbye, everybody.
Ivy League Landscaping is a family-owned, full-service design and build landscape company which services Southern Connecticut. We offer digital landscape design and installation. Our interlocking concrete paver system will add beauty to your patio and walkway. We share our location with our own Soundview Landscape Supply.